Now, I don't know if this is some type of sick joke. I don't know if this is a cruel prank that Adam Silver behind the scenes is trying to concoct. 2-0! 2-0 series lead the Pistons had. All you can do is laugh. You really thought that the Orlando Magic were the toughest opponents that they were going to have. You know, they get a 2-0 series lead coming into this, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're going to sweep these Cavaliers. They're going to beat them in at least 5 games. And, you know, it's like I can keep beating the dead horse of Jalen Duren and keep repeating the same points of, I mean, he can't create his own shots. He can't create anything. If Cade Cunningham, and he's not in a pick and roll situation with Cade Cunningham. That's it. He's not good. He doesn't even get rebounds. That's the minimum that you can do. And he's been getting outplayed and outshined by the third string center. Shout out to Paul Reed. I don't know what it is with Jalen Duren. People are coming up with all types of theories. I think it's as simple as we saw him in the regular season. He looked great. The playoffs occur, and I think it's literally just, of course, every NBA player is going to be playing at their 100% best. And I don't think he can compare to these players going 100%. And I think he can be better, and I think he would even agree with that statement.
I just got to be better, man. I have no excuses. You know what I mean? I'm my biggest critic. You know, I know what I got to do and able to contribute to our team and our success. And, you know, I'm standing on myself about doing that.
But now we have J.B. Bickerstaff, the coach, and this is the main problem. Because I can get frustrated at Jalen Duren's lack this playoff series, right? And what he's lacking in this playoff series. But my opinion means nothing. You know who can do something about it? The head coach of the team. If you see one of your players is literally consistently a minus on the court, he's not bettering the team at all. And you do have players on the bench, i.e. Paul Reed, that are having a more consistent impact on the team in a beneficial way, and you see that and you still let Jalen Duren play, well, then it's on you. Let's see what JB has to say.
What did you want to see from Duren in the fourth, and how do you weigh the history of what he's done versus maybe the struggles he's having on one particular night?
Again, you got to give guys confidence. You got to give them belief. You know, he's accomplished a lot for us. He's done a lot of things. Again, I still believe that, nothing is just given. Things still need to be earned. Again, that's why, P. Reed got the minutes. He earned them. I thought he, deserved them. And then, you give JD a chance to go back out there and do the things we know he's capable of. You don't just give up on guys when they're having a hard time. And, that's why, our guys genuinely care for one another. They support one another. And we'll fight through it and figure it out together.
And what's the message to him, I guess, while he's figuring things out?
Just the spirit, right? Like the things that you can control, you got to take care of. And, physically, he can dominate a game, whether it's rebounding, whether it's defending, whether it's running the floor. Like, put your emphasis and focus on those things, and then the rest of the game will come to you. Thank you.
All right, thanks, JB.
Hey, JB, maybe when and where is he going to physically dominate a game? And by the way, everything that he said about Jalen Duren, you can literally say about Paul Reed. Why not play Paul Reed? Why not start Paul Reed? He clearly wants to play more. Why is that not taking his confidence away? And then another gripe that I have with JB. Another gripe that I have with JB Bickerstaff is, well, he makes a lot of questionable coaching decisions, right? And this playoff series so far has been kind of proof of it. First of all, we know that the Pistons are going to have to make a decision this summer, right? There's going to be a whole lot of literal free agents this summer. It's going to be one of the biggest free agency summers in terms of stars. But the Pistons are going to have to do something, because if Caris LeVert is the second offensive player, and you see Paul Reed here, literally, you've never seen Jalen Duren. You've never even seen Jalen Duren make that shot once this playoff series. But continuing on, if Caris LeVert and Duncan Robinson are the number 2 offensive weapons for Cade Cunningham, like I said, there's a serious problem. That's a serious problem. So this summer they're going to have to do something. But I'm going to be honest when I say this, and I've been a fan of this club. Marcus Sasser, to me, needs more minutes. I think he's better than Dennis Jenkins. I think or maybe him and Duncan Robinson can battle for minutes, but I think just what he brings to the Pistons, that type of energy, when you talk about like a spark plug off the bench, when you talk about somebody that can come in the game and he knows his role, he's not going to overdo something, but he's also going to bring the energy, and he can provide that offense through 3-point shooting. Not only 3-point shooting, but he can drive and slash to the basket. Man, I think he's better, to me personally, and maybe it's because I've been watching him more on the Pistons, so I know more about him. He's been on the Pistons for years now. Dennis Jenkins only got his contract this year, a guaranteed contract this year. So maybe it's just I've seen him for longer, but in my opinion, he's better than Dennis Jenkins, and I think that him and Dennis should be at least battling for minutes, because we've seen it in the game. Dennis Jenkins got like more than 10 minutes in the game, and Marcus Sasser outperformed him in like under 10 minutes. So I don't know. It's just that conflict. Now is the time. It's either you care more about being homies and caring about Jalen Duren's feelings, or you care about being a good coach and trying to win a championship. The Knicks are going to get... If the Pistons are struggling against the Orlando Magic in a 7-game series, they're now tied up in a series against the Cleveland Cavaliers. What do you think the best team in the East right now in the New York Knicks is going to look like if they're struggling right now? Now is the time. I understand you want to give guys confidence. I understand the mindset of what he has, where it's like, if you take your star player out, the guy that's been starting all year, and bench him, then that's going to come with confidence problems, because now it's going to be like solidified he's not doing good enough, right? But maybe that could hype him back up. It could do something. Just give the Pistons a better chance of winning, because it's clear that Paul Reed is doing a better job. You want the Pistons to go to the finals, so you have to be doing and making and creating the best rotations that you can be to give them that best outcome.